So yeah, going back to you then. So when you said you failed as parent, what do you mean? Yeah.
Okay, when they were younger, like Alia's age and all that, right? When you say sit, stand, eat, bathe, shower, it was like routine.
Yeah.
I make sure that all 5 of them thrive on routine.
Okay.
The reason why I can sit here comfortably and not worry about my home is because I know they know what they need to do, like solat and eat and do what they need to do. But now, as they're aging, right, they're trying to push boundaries like what I did, but not as hard as I did lah.
Of course.
Yeah, but the challenge comes in different way. Like now there's technology, Instagram.
Yeah.
And their mom does content creating. So they're like, Mom, how many followers do you have?
I see.
I want to see your content. I want to do this, I want to do that. So when do we let go? You get it? Like, they're 30 now.
Yeah.
The other one is approaching 12.
But you can't blame them as well, because this is the new era, you see.
Yeah.
So technology will influence them. Technology is influencing us. That's why we are content creators.
Exactly.
Right? So
it's our bread and butter. It's going to be.
I mean, sometimes you live and let live.
True.
Let it be lah. I mean, like you turn out fine, right? Even though you say you're rebellious, right?
But it took a while, bro. It took a long while. Recently, I even thought of going for therapy just to get some things out. Yeah,
okay.
it went to that point.
Okay.
Yeah, I have one on standby.
Okay. So maybe you want to share your side since a bit more, eventful lah. I mean, mine is like what I said. I was pretty much shielded. I'll be honest. Of course, I see the difference. So, for example, between male and females. Do we want to touch on that? Or
yes,
maybe that's
let's
another
go.
Episode? Okay, let's go. So, when my sister wanted to pursue certain things, my mom was very controlling. She said no to a lot of things. So my sister, the third one, shout out to Enamir.
Yeah.
So she's a lot like me. So we are both very vocal, very performer, all these kind of things.
Chandi lah.
Chandi lah. Yeah, that's the word lah.
Yeah.
So she wanted to be a DJ as well. She actually got a job. She was doing the DJing for airlines. So you know how the airline you hear those radio, simple jobs where they will talk a bit and then play songs lah.
Play songs, yeah.
So she got that gig.
It's nice.
But she only do it for a short while because my mom didn't like it. She wanted to fly around, so my mom didn't allow that. She had a job offer in Brunei. Okay lah, that one is more of the husband lah. But yeah,
married different already lah. Your husband will be the one. Yeah.
But there's always things that she couldn't push to do. Whereas with me, like even going out, the Gaelic King time, she had a lot of restrictions. Whereas I have a lot more freedom. Like it's normal for parents to be worried when the girl goes out, right? But when the boys, she's usually okay lah. So I think I get that luxury, and I think it's very common in any family. I think so, but especially in Indian community, Indian Muslim lagi, even more. Yeah. So I saw that. So I know that this is the benefit, or rather the privilege that I got, right? So I could study overseas. Yeah. I managed to do that. So there's a lot of perks that I get for being a male in an Indian Muslim family. Okay. What's your experience? Maybe because I'm just sharing about my sister experience from me looking at her. Okay. She probably can share more, but maybe you.
It's the total opposite.
Yeah.
It's a total opposite. Because like I said, I was independent from young. If I want it, means until today.
You get it.
If I want it, I'll make sure I get it. Yeah. But there were times when I chased for my scholarship to go and get my degree, right? Anak dah 4. I have 4 kids at that time. Where am I going to find money for my degree? So I had to chase for the scholarship. I went all out, went to SINDA, get the whole paperwork done, got the scholarship. And the question I got was, what are you going to do with your cert? You're a stay-at-home mom. You're going to put it on the wall? And the one who told me that was a lady.
Oh, lady.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to say who lah. It's a fellow lady. Not gonna pop all the way, okay, guys. Right, yeah, it's gonna cause a mess. So she said that. Then I'm like thinking, why? So I'm a mom, intelligent mom raise intelligent kids. What? Why not? Like if I have this degree, maybe when my kids are bigger, I can understand people. I can do more work. Like I took a BA in psychology. Why that?
Anyway, whether it's useful or not is what you wanted to do.
Exactly.
Like YOLO, like what you said in the first episode. Then
it's
what you wanted to achieve.
And I have my husband backing me up.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's the most thing.
Of it.
And then when we bring into the current context, okay, I give you this story about gender thing lah. Yeah. So last week we were supposed to go to my mother-in-law house. This why I put nama. Because it's always kena this kind of thing. Okay. I literally put nama lah ni. Yeah. So we went to my mother-in-law house late. Yeah. So she was like, why so late? Why you all come so late? She really cooked lunch and all. She's a superb cook, okay? Then we say, oh, because we had to do chores.
Shout out to the mother-in-law.
You're going to shout out everyone. So I said,
food. I will shout out for food.
Okay, I'll bring some. You must taste the food. Okay. So she's like, why late? Then I said, oh, we had chores to do. So I said, what chores? I said, no, Maman wash toilets. Okay, bear in mind, Maman is 13, okay?
Yeah.
So I said, Maman wash toilets, and then my second one had to vacuum. Suhail, the third one.
Yeah.
He has OCD when it comes to cleanliness. He has very good organization skills. He's blessed with it. So I know that when it comes to cleaning things, he's very good. And I am the kind of mom who knows that boys or girls, I don't care who, chores, you got to start.
Okay, that's good.
Okay? Because I don't want when you go NS or when you get married to someone, I don't want your spouse to come and tell me, what kind of child you raise? Cannot do this, cannot do that, cannot do this.
Of course.
So even if you're not married, but when I'm no longer around, I know you can take care of yourself. That is in my mind, you know. And I know that these 5 that I'm raising, they are somebody's spouses. They're not mine forever. That is the thing that I and my husband have from day one.
That's a good job.
Yeah, they are not ours. These are somebody's spouses, that kind of thing. So I said, oh, he had to wash the toilet. Then she go and look at me like, this is the age to wash toilet.
Okay.
Then I just, this is the age. Because he's 13. He used the toilet. He know the effort to wash it. So he will know how to take care of it when, you know, so that he doesn't have to do double job. And then comes certain things like my girl, she's 10. Sometimes I will ask her to go to the kitchen, masak nasi lah, go and cook rice or whatever. Is this the age? So there's a, okay. Is it a gender thing? Or is it an...
Did you ask your husband? Okay, because...
In what sense?
Like, okay, as far as I know Zach, he's also very hands-on.
Okay, correct.
So, I mean, I would assume that the mother have taught him well lah.
I give you another example. You talk about Zach, right? We did an open house. Okay. So the guest was like, you know, Indian Muslim family, when you do open house, the house is like going to terbalik. It's like a riot thing, right? So I was busy handling guests, you know. Tea finished. And I told you very, very, I don't know how many times I tell you, my husband's tea is the bomb.
Shout out to her husband's tea.
Oh my God. Okay. So I was like, then he came to me.
I'm manifesting all this. So you see the tea and the mother-in-law's food.
Yeah. So he was, then I went to him, I said, tea finish. Can you like make? While I was dealing with the madness, you know. I will share the madness story another day in the podcast. It deserves a full episode, okay? So he was like, okay, I'll go and make tea. So he went to the kitchen, you know. So I was dealing with the food and layan them lah. You know, in the Muslim family, you have to say Vango, this kind of thing, right? Then one of the auntie came up to me. Your husband is in the kitchen making tea. What you doing outside here? Why you make my son wash plates and make tea?
Okay, so gender roles in the Indian Muslim family.
I just stared at her and I'm like, he's my husband, he's helping me out. Our Prophet does housework. Isn't that encouraged? It's sunnah for you to help your spouse. But I couldn't say that lah. Bila kena right from her. So
this
what
elder
now?
Lah.
She's an elder.
Okay. Let's make this a focus of this episode. Since we talk about parenting and suddenly gender roles lah. Okay?
Because it's related how you bring up your kids.
But yeah, of course. Of course, true. Gender roles, again, I think kudos to my mom because she also doesn't, I mean, like what I said, although subconsciously or when it comes to certain things, there are boundaries that she set differently for her daughter and her sons. But when it comes to household chores, actually we all do.
There you go.
So
as I say, your mom, I need some manual book from your mom. If she has any.
You're already doing well. Your sons are all doing housework. So we do housework actually. All of us. Even my brother, the wild one, also do. So he was not spared. Right. So we all do housework. So I think all of us are pretty hands-on. When we went to the army, we have no issues and all this. My younger brother, is actually living on his own right now, and he handled everything.
Seriously, I'm speechless. He stays on his own now.
Yeah, I mean technically he's staying in my uncle's place.
But he's spending himself lah.
Exactly. So because my mom's not healthy, so my mom, by right, my mom is with him lah. But because my mom's not healthy, I take her in and I have a helper to help with that. So he's basically independent lah.
Yeah, that's good.
So all of us do wash our own clothes, we iron our own clothes. We mopping and vacuum. Of course. To be honest, actually, once I got married is when I got pampered. Because my wife do a lot of the things, and then we got a helper after after we have a kid. So yeah,
my husband is hands-on because his father is super hands-on. So that's where he picks it up.
I see.
All 3 brothers, he has 3 brothers. All 3 of them supermen.
Yeah,
they are very, very.
Then your mother-in-law should understand. I mean, her husband is hands-on.
That's the thing I don't get it. Is it culturally that they see?
Yeah, it's definitely okay. You know what? It's more of what does other people will think. Yeah. So they I mean, Indian Muslim families of parents are worried about what other people think.
Yeah.
So like, okay, since you brought up the gender roles, when we were about to get married, me and my wife, right? So we have this wedding card, right? You know me.
Yeah.
I'm progressive.
Yeah.
Right? I'm big on women empowerment and all these things. And I hang out with my sisters, right? So I know I am very close with the feminine side and women and all this. I couldn't care less whose name come up first. Do you know that people were asking why is her name first?
Huh?
Yeah, because it's my invitation card. But we shared the invitation card.
Oh, you get married the same day, is it?
No, me and my wife.
No, what I mean is the card is same day. Like, you know, sometimes you have the betandang kind of thing.
No, yeah. So we had one function.
Okay.
We used the same card.
Yeah.
We sent to both sides. But obviously, the ones that I sent to my side will be asking, how come the female names first?
Serious
Like, I couldn't give a shit, bro.
I'm going to get married. I'm going to start my life.
No, I couldn't give a shit. I mean, so what if her name is on the card, right? That doesn't determine our relationship. That doesn't mean that she wears the pants or whatever. Like, it's just a card. I couldn't care less. So there were people who were commenting about it and they were like upset. And that makes my mom upset. Because people were saying about it.
Wow.
So, and it's crazy because in Western culture, they put the women's name first, right? Of course, in a Muslim culture, they will say the man first. Some may say, because it's my card to my side,
your name first.
Your name should come first. So they were saying, even
but
though we're not...
But after the event, people throw and like...
Yeah, but it sets the precedence to the relationship.
Yeah, I get you.
People may be thinking, okay, she wears the pants. This fella don't know anything. She dictate the card.
Look at our community.
Yeah, it was a crazy period of time. And that's my first hand, not really first hand lah, but you know, the first time I was really stunned by certain what do you call that, gender roles and stereotypes and taboos, right? To me, I couldn't care. It's
actually, it's the same that I feel, and even my kids are brought up in that way. Like, whoever, guys or girls, we're all. I'm not saying that we have to be equal. Women have to be like that. Not that kind of thing.
But you as a parent, let's say, if you see your son. And you see the wife do lesser housework and him doing more housework, how would you feel?
I'm fine if they're happy.
Exactly, right. At the end of the day, it's their own marriage.
It's their own life. It's their own house.
It's their own household.
For me, the same rule I give is, you want to get married, you get out. Don't stay under the same roof as me.
Because a lot of the older parents may say, they taking advantage of my son. Just because my son can do this, take advantage.
Do you know my DMs? I do get women DMing me, telling me about their husbands being that way. Like, couldn't do anything.
Yeah.
And being supported by their mums who are like, no need, the wife will do anything.
I'm sure you doing your hoodie business, doing a podcast now, people will be saying, she got a lot of time to do all this.
Yes.
Then what? Our son, our
it has been questioned. Directly they ask, when are you home? Directly they ask me, when are you home in that 1 week? When are you home? They don't know that I'm home most times. Yeah, we work from home, this kind of thing. Except for when we're doing recording now lah. Yeah, that kind of thing. But
at the end of the day, the marriage is between the two couples lah. I mean, the two individuals in that relationship, right? I mean, if it works for you, and of course you are very thankful for having such an understanding partner, right? I love Zach, by the way. He even goes to the market. I've seen him before. Or my wife's seen him because I don't go to market.
My husband goes. You see? Okay, there you see the gender thing? Yeah.
It's flexible. What works for you lah. Yeah. Exactly. My wife loves to go. It's not that I don't want to go. But she loves to go. So I let you go lah.
For me, I'm not given it a chance for now because my mother-in-law enjoys. So he brings my mother-in-law.
I see. Okay.
And my kids are young. I got to be home for them.
Yeah.
So I just give a list lah.
So, I mean, at the end of the day, it's what works for you.
Yeah.
So, I mean, her husband is very understanding, letting her pursue her passion. And she loves him. I mean, the brand has his name on it. Come on. Right? Who are you to judge?
Okay, so now, moving forward, all right? We sum this up. Moving forward, we are both parents, right? How do you think we can break this?
I think as parents, I mean, one thing is we have to have a shift in our mindset lah.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, the fact that you already said you don't mind if you see your son doing housework because, you know, that's what works in a household, right? I would love to also have the, you know me, I always play the devil's advocate, right? The older parents, I also understand why they feel that way, because they are brought up in a system that works for generations. Okay, and yes, when you change things, when things are more fluid, it may cause certain challenges.
Yes,
because things are fluid already. You don't know your gender roles. Or rather, the gender roles are
mixed up,
interchanging lah. So then it may cause problem. But this is where you and your partner will need to actually sit down and clarify. This is what you will do. This is what I'll do. Okay, or maybe this is what you do on a few. Most of the time, and this is what I'll do most of the time. Right. So then you are clear within you and your partner lah. So for us to change as parents is that we need to change our own mindset to make sure that this marriage works. Because right now divorce rates are also high. A lot of people are attributing it to this, right? The gender roles.
The gender roles.
I'm sure we have heard the latest news, or rather that particular video where that guy made a comment about women.
Being just a whole.
Being just a whole. And all
how
that.
vulgar that was.
So you see, I try to understand from his perspective. And it's mainly I attribute it to gender roles because the roles weren't specified. If that woman is not for you because she's not that way, then that's not for you lah. Right. So when you date someone, make sure you clarify all these things lah. Make sure you're dating the right person. Make sure
and do a background check like how you were brought up lah.
Exactly. So for us parents to make sure that we change, or rather make our kids have a mindset that is progressive, right? That we need to be progressive, and we need to make sure that our marriage works also.
And we got to set the example.
So that's the example. Where ultimately the kids will look at you, and if the marriage don't work, then they will also question it. So that's a big challenge for us, and I think we have a long way to go. So to change that mindset, it's going to be difficult. But then again, when we grow up as parents, we won't say these things lah. Because we will be fluid, we will be more understanding. We have been through that. So I think by the time our kids, it's their time, we probably break that mold by then. Hopefully, I don't know.
That should be the way. Like for our listeners right now, maybe it's time that I know some of the ladies are suffering. If they're listening in, this is the time where you have kids. So if you can't fix what is the current one, try and fix the future.
Like I said, also when... they were saying that because maybe their partner is not being understanding. Probably their partner is understanding, but they have pressures from
external
their parents
parties
and all this.
So
ultimately, you work out with your partner on how it's supposed to be lah. I'm sure if they want you to pursue other passions, or rather, you to pursue your own passion and be happy in a relationship. Because for you to be happy in a relationship, you need to be happy yourself. So it all stems from there.
And when you're happy, your kids are happy.
Exactly. So this topic can go on and on because it's all interlinked, right?
Correct.
So for this, we focus on the parenting part, and we can cover more on relationship and partners and all this. So for the parenting part, I think at the end of the day, we have to set good examples. That's the main core, and with that, we need to make sure that whatever we do works. Even it could be anything. I believe sometimes when you're hard on your kids, it works. When you're soft on your kid, it works.
This also works.
It's a trial and error.
Strike a balance.
Maybe you having 5 kids will be the best to sum up this parenting episode.
Like I said earlier, it's time for us to stand up. Stand up, I don't mean like you become rude like suddenly to your parents. Like, no, I want to break this. I want this. Who are you to come and question me the way I raise my kids and all that? Maybe we should set a new standard maybe. Like your example, the cuts, whoever's name doesn't matter. Like all this kind of thing doesn't matter. And your role as a person, be the best that you can be. I think that is the way that I would raise my kids, and us, as parents, let's just tweak it a little bit lah.
I think when we handling with this elderly, we have to be mindful lah. Because they are our elderly, and I believe in berkah, parents dua and all this. So when you actually tell them no, you have to tell it in a nice way.
Correct.
Sometimes you even tell a white lie lah. Say yes, but do it your own way. sometimes I listen to my mom and I just, nod my head.
Yeah, kind of.
But I will just do my own thing at the back end because, I also want to please her. I also want to please my wife. I also want to please myself. Right? I want it that way. Right? That's my style of parenting. That's my style of, with my wife or whatever. Right? So my household, right? I'm the head of the household. I do it my way. Right? And you as a couple, you have to make sure that's the case.
Yes.
Respect them. Still, listen to them. Don't shout at them and don't say no outright. Say, I agree with you, but let me try this my way lah. And if it didn't work out, then okay, we go.
Yeah, as long as you have your spouse with you and your kids are listening, done. Settle.
So that summarized our first parenting episode.
Oh wow!
Do share with us. I do really want to know what are some of the gender role stereotypes that you have received or you've been a victim of. Victim is such a big word.
No lah, cannot be victim.
You have experience,
yes.
So I want to know for those ladies out there, do you experience what?
Gents too, why not?
Both lah.
Yeah.
For those ladies, do you experience what Anna have experienced, or whether my sister experienced, or whether for those men, whether I've experienced or whether Zach has experienced? Share with us lah. We want to know, and maybe that could be our topic as well for future episodes.
Yes.
What other topics that you want us to cover specifically? We'll go deep into it.
Or if you want to come by, hang with us, share your story with us.
Exactly. Call in or what. We can try to arrange a go live or whatever.
Yeah, can.
In the future. For now, we just started.
Yeah.
But
for now, please don't forget to follow our socials. JustAnaDer. Haider
_Mir, HYDER_MIR.
Yeah, and Anazia _
Right. So
see you
follow
again.
us on our socials and look out for our future episodes of Just Another Podcast. And we're gonna bring you Dule Saga Sarah again.
Let's go.
That's our jam.
Sing along, guys. Sing along.
Yo,